Hello, I am Jody Wolf. You're watching EXPOZ. Today, December 11, 2010, and it's a few minutes until midnight in Birmingham, Alabama. Topic today: have you ever thought of, and there's a question mark, have you ever thought of, and I'm going to run several things by you, and I'm going to give you an answer. And it may surprise you. Have you ever thought of life being on other planets? For a long, long time, up until I'm going to say about 3 years ago, I said no. And I say that because I am totally clueless. But I do listen to people that I trust, and the people that I've heard all my life say no are now beginning to say yes. And those people are Jack Van Impe, Perry Stone, John Hagee, and Hal Lindsey is kind of teetering that way a little bit. Jack Van Impe believes that there was a race here on Earth that the cities were built at the valleys, okay? And today, with the water on Earth, the cities are not in the valleys. The cities are on the mountaintops. Because if they were in the valleys, they'd be covered up with water. And when I say covered up in water, prior to the flood, and you know how deep some of the oceans are. Some of the oceans are very deepest are 7 miles deep, and 7.5 maybe. That's deep, okay. And you can get major Grand Canyons down there. You can get cities 100 times larger than the largest city on Earth today, and I'm clueless. I don't know which one that is. And put it in the valley of an ocean that's only 12,000 feet deep. As far as that goes, 5,000 feet deep. So there's room down there for major cities, and a lot of them. And Jack Van Impe seems to think that there were. Hal Lindsey, his views are kind of neutral, but he believes there are other life. And Perry Stone and John Hagee. And the reason is the Bible says that there were fallen angels, and the Bible says that the Nephilim came down at a point in time. And Chuck Missler, he talks a lot about this. If you want to YouTube Chuck Missler, you can hear all you want to hear about it. And the Nephilim mated with earthlings, with us, and this is the reason for the flood. And but some actually made it through. Now we don't know if some went away and established places on Mars or whatever. You don't know. A lot of people think that a lot of the people that are really smart and dealing this and watch this and looks at it and studies it all the time says yes, there are life on Mars. I mean, they see evidence that there's been something alive there. And even on the backside of the moon, the side that we never see. And but anyway, besides that, have you ever thought about humans? Have you ever thought about Frankensteins? Let me tell you my views about that. There are probably many places within every country on Earth that has experimented with humans and tried to come up with, I'm going to say Frankenstein, but the word they'll use today is replica of you should you need an extra part or an arm, an ear, or fingers, what have you. And I'm just kind of wondering what kind of mindless thing this would be. However, I don't think that can ever be done. I don't think God will allow it. Now, there's this little island 2 miles off Long Island. It's called Plum Island in New York. In the last 3 years, there has been two beasts. When I say beast, unknown animals that has washed up on New York beaches, and one that appears to be human. The only thing is about this one, the person that saw it said his fingers all appeared to be 6 or 7 inches long. And but every time something like that is found out, it is scooped up immediately and it's gone. And we don't know where they are. Some people think that Plum Island has experimental something going on there, and some of these things from time to time escape. Some people think that this tick bite, I'm drawing a blank on it right now, that the deer tick that's passing this little disease on to people. A friend of mine nearly died of this many years ago, and come to find out that he was in New York and he was at a shooting on a movie set, and but while visiting New York, this is when he was bit by this tick. Amazing, because Plum Island supposedly infected these ticks with this whatever they came up with. But let me speed this along a little bit now. I'm going to say, other than what the Bible says, that no, there aren't things out there that's being created. And I'm going to give you a good reason why I say no, and I think you'll agree with me. I don't think there are monsters being created other than airborne diseases that escape. Yes, I believe in that. I believe that they make anything that a mist can wipe out whole cities. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about human DNA tied in with some other DNA, or a lab generated or created DNA to create a monster. And I'm going to say no to that, and I'm going to tell you why I say no to that. Simply because, don't you think we have enough monsters that has walked this earth since before Hitler's time that are so rude, crude, mean, and evil? What could anybody create that would be more evil than Hitler, Mussolini, Stalin, all these people that just, life was nothing to them? So I say no to that. I say because the meanest of the mean have walked earth, and they have been our leaders. And I am not sure today that one of them is not walking amidst us in Iran and North Korea and perhaps Russia, then South America and Venezuela, and right here in the USA. And I'm talking about Putin, Chavez, Obama, some of these other guys. Just wanted to throw that at you. They can't get any meaner than what we have, because these people, they feel like they're a god. Jody Wolf, EXPOZ.